my very great delight to welcome you all here today, and my honor and privilege to introduce to you today our guest, Mr. Sandeep Dutt, X627K. We tried to find someone with the number 627. If you are 627, raise your hand. There we are. That's...
raise hands, we can't shake hands.
So there we are, Dosco to Dosco, the same number never dies. He's very kindly agreed to be with us as chief guest today. He's immensely busy, as we all are in the modern world, but he always has time for young people. He's had a long and distinguished career and a long record of volunteering in the service of young people, and that has culminated in his current post as National Director of the International Award for Young People, also known as the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme in the past, and probably in the future. And he is Executive Secretary of the Award Programme Foundation, which is the charitable trust that raises money and supports the programme in India. And he also sits on the International Council of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award Association in the United Kingdom. I'm doubly delighted that he's here this year, as this is the Golden Jubilee of the award program in India, so it's celebrating 50 years of excellent work in this country. So it's a matter of great pride to us that Adosco is holding this post at the half-century mark, and also that the Indian region is, in my opinion and in my firm belief, the most dynamic and innovative region in the world, thanks to his inspiring and energetic leadership. His association with the award program began at the Doon School, where he enrolled for the Bronze Award at the age of 14, and then went on to Gold, in which capacity in 1979, as he was leaving the school, as our SC leavers are doing at this time, in 1979 he represented India in the International Gold event, which was then held in Australia. After Doon, in due course, he completed his higher education at Delhi University and IIM Ahmedabad. He's a qualified mountaineer and an all-round outdoorsman, and he's also known for that great gift to book lovers throughout India, the English Book Depot, established nearly 90 years ago by his family, and it's been cared for them over the last almost a century. He is also the founder and CEO of the innovative book cafe chain, which has given a new term to the book world, and that is the small format bookshop. And of course, they're wonderful places to visit. To me, he's the paradigm of Arthur Foote's immortal words, announcing to the world in 1935 that Doon School boys would leave Chandbagh as part of an aristocracy of service and unselfishness, not one of wealth, privilege, and position. Not surprisingly, he's won awards and great recognition for his great service to the youth of India. If it's his wish, I shall let him tell you what his nickname at Doon used to be, and how the award shaped his life literally and figuratively. He may wish to keep that as a secret, but since several billion people can find it just by going to Google and putting in his name, he may wish to share it with you in the light of that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great privilege and honor to introduce to you Mr. Sandeep Dutt, who has kindly agreed to address us on this wonderful occasion. Thank you.
Before I say anything, if you find it too much of a torture hearing me, just put your hand up and I'll stop. Because having sat there on those hard bottoms, I know how difficult it is to have a chief guest go on and on. So this was my statutory warning, which we often have in various places in the world, and we always want to challenge that. I will not even acknowledge why I am here and thank anyone as yet, because I think it will come when I speak to you. But what I thought was, there was a young boy, 10 and a half, 11, one fine day. His parents decided for him he must go to a boarding school. And as luck would have it, there was a school which did accept him. The boy, misty-eyed, heavy heart, didn't look back when his parents left him behind. Little chubby, little heavy, had seniors looking down at him from a higher house corridor, and he kept looking down. And that evening, he actually had a very difficult first evening away from home in a boarding environment. And the boy then found himself. His first challenge, which he encountered, was when he tried to put together a little toy airplane in the aero modeling activity in our school. And that plane actually flew, though atop the pavilion onto the field, but the plane actually sailed. That was the turning point for that boy. He found himself. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me here. Thank you, my dear headmaster, Peter. Thank you, parents, the boys, and everyone who's given me the opportunity to come back and get the biggest prize of my life. Being here today, believe me, is the most precious moment for me. And that is all that matters. It doesn't matter what you wear. What matters is what you are. And when you go through an institution here, you find yourself. We say it every day. Where are the leaders? May I ask you people, what is leadership? You are at a point, some say it's an inflection point, where you are growing up, leaving your comfortable school environment and trying to find yourself. Some say that's what leadership is. Well, that's truly what it is. Leadership is nothing but finding yourself. And the experiences which we have here, through service, through your explorations, through the learnings, are all experiences which help you find yourself. Now, when you look back, maybe you come here 30 years from today and get this biggest prize, which I have so comfortably coveted, I am quite sure you will remember small instances like the aero modeling you made or the prank you played. I also have an incident which I sometimes feel I should not share, but it just doesn't go out of my memory. It was when we tried aiming a rocket into a housemaster's house on Diwali. We tried a lot, but that's leadership. Don't misinterpret this as a menace. See the guts and the guys there. I mean, 16 years old, that's the ventilator. We must get the rocket in. That's leadership, young people. And that's what we learn from here. And for that, we can't thank the school enough. Yeah, we never got a YC, thank you, anyway. So, because for some reason the rocket never went into that hole of a ventilator. So that saved us. But we tried the whole evening. And next morning, when the roof sweeping was done over the housemaster's house, he did find a lot of ammo there. So he was glad he saw that morning. Thank you, Mr. Hensman, wherever you are, and thank you for giving us the chance to fire rockets at you and try to find ourselves. That's finding yourself. And when we do look back, this is what we will remember. I still remember, today you are in the communication era, where what I'm talking possibly has reached some people out of school already. I walked up down to the school here with the headmaster and I shared with him that years back when we went out for a trek, Rupkund trek was 150 kilometers. What's the length of the Rupkund trek today? Possibly 70, I think, or 80, whatever. Must have gone down half at least, because roads have made inroad into the mountains. It was an 8-day midterm. We didn't come back after 10 days. No one came looking for us. Because they said they are leaders, they'll find themselves. And that's what this school gives you. It gives you the ability to stand on your head. It gives you the opportunity to find yourself. And if you can find yourself, my dear friends, you are the leaders. Your leaders are not on TV, your leaders are not politicians, your leaders are not bureaucrats. This is where we have gone wrong today. Leaders are the icons which you are. And it's you who have to set the act right. The only way we can make a better world is when we start wearing our leadership, young men. You have to wear your leadership. You don't have to wear a blazer. It signifies nothing. But if you wear your leadership, believe me, you would have fulfilled your life's mission. And when you walk out of the Rose Bowl today, I'm sure you will stand up 2 inches taller, because this very institution has given you what is leadership. Leadership is time management. You learn, start at 5:30 in the morning, ting, 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 then the bells keep ringing. Yes, those bells are a nuisance. But the message behind the bell, time management. So that's a lesson of leadership which you get here. When you go out, you are given tasks to do on summer projects and treks and excursions. You execute them. You get the opportunity to challenge yourself. That's the second lesson of leadership you get. First, time management. Second, challenge yourself. And once you have these two with you, believe me, you will find yourself. Any hands up as yet? Anyone sleeping? Oh, thank you. I think I have a few more minutes to talk in that case. Yes, having been here about 35 years, about 33 years, but I was not good at maths, and the master correctly said that after school, when I went off on an excursion to Australia because I was nominated for the Gold Project, I actually missed my entry to a medical college, which I had got through a tough CPMT exam. But believe me, I think it was the right thing that happened to me. Because I found myself. I know, having worked so hard in my class 12, having sat through CPMT, waiting for the result came a day before I was leaving for Australia, and I had to occupy my seat 2 weeks from then and pay up the fee. Told my dad, I won't do that, I won't go. He says, son, choice is yours because you are there. And thank him for that. Wherever he is today, I'm sure he'll feel happy with many young people like you will decide for yourself. And that is a challenge you face when you stand here. And thanks to our teachers, the opportunity your parents gave you, all the resources they bestowed on you. Thank them for that. Because all that has done, it's helped you find yourself, my dear ones. And this journey of finding yourself never ends. This is just the beginning. And if you got your first step correct, I am sure you will walk tall. So, very simple today. I thought I'd talk to you about leadership. I'd talk to you about challenging yourself. I'd talk to you about managing your time. Because a leader has nothing but to manage his time. That's the only precious commodity. It's the only precious resource. It's the only precious agent of change you have with yourself. It's not the money. It'll stay behind. It's not the honey, which is very sweet. It's your time, which is most precious. That's the bitter truth. And please do value that. Please do value this moment you have. Please do value everyone who makes this moment a great one for you. And most important, please do this to yourself every day. Feel good about being you. That's where you will push yourself up to a leader. You'll push the bar for yourself. And that's what leadership is. So at that, my dear friends, I want this little talk to be a very short, sweet one and not make you sleep on the hard bottom. I'm going to say thank you. And I'm going to simply leave behind this thought. Try and answer for yourself. What is leadership? This question you will ask yourself every day, and you will get a different answer every day. Choose the best answer, find it, go ahead, live it. All the best.
Thank you very much to Mr. Dutt. When he left the school, they forgot to tell him that there's no statute of limitations on the attempted assassination of the housemasters. So if 627K would like to see the headmaster in his office of assembly, I think everyone knows what that means. But I think for an excellent speech, I think we can forgive you and absolve you from any belated YC.